Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, eBay here. So I just really want to quickly introduce the part 2 to the mukbang. I actually, if you go and watch my first one, which I'll drop a link right here, or here. So basically, when I dropped my first one, I said my camera died, but I actually lied because my lazy ass did not want to edit. So this is like the continuation of it, and the reason why I am going to put it out is because I finally, the other day, because this is actually me in current time, because I feel like you guys always watch videos of me from like either 3 to 6 months ago to a year, like 3 months to a year ago. So it is Tuesday, January 5th. This is the day before I'm uploading this video. So I just wanted to put this out because I actually rewatched it a couple of days ago, and I didn't realize that the conversation was actually really good. One of the topics that I'm talking about happened literally a year ago, so it's really not current, but still kind of is. So I just wanted to say that it's very, the editing is going to be very minimal on this video, but thank you guys so much for subscribing as well. If anybody is new here, welcome to my channel. And if anybody is actually new that's not subscribed right now, please subscribe. Like, it really means a lot to me. This is what I want to do in terms of life, or, you know, one of the things I want to do in my life. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Bye.
Yeah, so if you're on the internet and you cursing at people that you don't know, that means you don't have no life. You understand? There's more things on the internet and drama, and I think what happened is that's topics that we could talk about on the internet is because of everything just being socially. That's why there's no more thinking mechanisms in the brain with a lot of our generation today. So if I could sit here and curse you out and you make me mad and I don't even know you, that means you don't have no life. That means you really just about drama. I'm not gonna sit here and curse somebody I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the things that I see. Now you can go in and get entertainment, laugh, have fun, da. That's all gravy. But there's more to life than drama on the internet. Do some fucking research. Figure out what you feed in your body. Figure out how you gonna grow. How does your mind work? What is there other positive people that's wanting more things out of life? Give back. Each one teach one. Don't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? If I learn something and I want to pay it forward, pay it forward. That's the things that I think about as far as the internet. And then texting. Why we text? That's fine and all. But now texting is in relationships. You know, it's become another form of communication that has no emotions behind it. Where's our future gonna be? You know what I mean? Or what is accepted, what's not accepted? Like Lizzo being that big old girl. People is clowning or saying, yeah, it's annoying because she's big and she wants to go and twerk, or she wants to wear a bathing suit. So what? What's the problem?
I seen it where that. Remember I showed you earlier today with her shaking her ass in the thong.
Yeah, but what is the problem with her being a big girl?
The person was like, I don't understand the point of her doing this, but if a bitch had a banging ass body, you would understand.
No, if a bitch had a big.
Wrong with her body?
Ass and a snatch weight that goddamn Dr. What's his name?
People were literally like, I'm gonna block her.
Dr. fucking Fix It.
What, Dr. Miami?
Dr. Miami. Then they got Dr. Fix It, Dr. Blix It, all of that. if she was shaking her ass and she had fucking 2 goddamn plastic shits in her butt, then she's accepted. That's the problem. So everybody thinks like,
honestly,
it's just crazy.
I've noticed
real crazy.
in the past couple of years in the media, like, not to bring into a race issue, I noticed the constant tearing down of black females in the industry. I've noticed that a lot lately. It really bothers me that most of like the hate, when it does go towards them, is from black people. Like, that really, like, all the people coming at people like Nicki or Lizzo, it's always black people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And that's why we always have a problem, because can't nobody stick together. Like, that shit is so annoying. Like, y'all be tearing these women down. But then when it's a white bitch or a Spanish bitch, not to sound harsh, when they come and do the same exact thing a black woman is doing, it's like, yeah, come on, cheer on. You're so revolutionary and so different. But when a black woman does it, it's like, oh, girl, sit your ass down. Women invented that. Black women invented certain things.
Well, I think what happens is, if you really want to break down, is that what we have to really look at is what created all of these issues among us as a race, as as a race, as a community, as far as people of color, that from day one, what was created in us to make us feel like we do. What did the not colored people plant into our communities to cause us to go against each other? See, that's where a lot of things is not, where people is never ever looking at the source of what is going on, as far as why we are the way that we are in the communities, because of what was planted. You understand? And I think what's happening now is that a lot of people are really starting to realize the root of the problem, but is still afraid to take the initial causes to move forward on what's really going on in this world. And that's where socially, because everything has been commercialized and we are programmed to be commercialized, that anything that is drama, anything that is struggle, anything that is hate, anything that is jealousy is familiar because of what we were born into. You know what I mean? And we were taught it, even as far as our parents and stuff like that, because we lived it. You know what I mean? Just like I can say, you know, most people growing up in women of color, and I have to say this, is our elders, because I'm not going to specify on which elders. Our elders always told us to go find us a rich man and go marry a rich man, and money. And then when you think about it, it's like, how you gonna tell me you ain't even do it? These, you know, these elders was telling us, oh, to go marry a rich man and have money this and because it's a better life. But did they do it? How you gonna tell us to do something that you didn't even never ever do because of what you thought was the right way to do it? You understand? So that's a lot of things that created problems too. Or you being a big girl, big and fat because you got extra flesh on your bones, because they made it seem like your body is supposed to be smooth contoured, that it was wrong for us to be a big person. You know what I'm saying? And I speak for that because I've been a big girl all my life. You know, so when you go through all of that, that's another thing that causes, that's why when they look at big people, it's always a problem of, oh, they're too big to do this, they're too big to do that, why they got all of this,
like what Jillian Michaels said about Lizzo, right? We were talking about it the other day. Yeah. The lady reported. Did you see that? You know Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser?
Yes.
She's one of the trainers.
The fitness model.
Yeah. She was on an interview and they were talking about Lizzo, and the reporter was like, you know, I'm so glad that we finally see somebody on TV, you know, with that shape or whatever. And then Jillian was literally like, why are we celebrating her body? I like her music and stuff, but we're celebrating like the fact that she's big, like she's gonna get diabetes.
I love celebrities like Lizzo or Ashley Graham who are really preaching self-acceptance.
I love her music.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's a cool, awesome chick.
Yeah, and I love that they're putting images out there that we normally don't get to see, of bodies that we don't get to see being celebrated. And
But why are we celebrating her body? Why does it matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
Well, I want to ask you.
I'm just being honest. Like, I love her music. Like, my kid loves her music. But there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad that she's overweight. Like, why do I even care?
Like, just mad.
So you associate fatness with diabetes. You associate fatness with heart problems. You associate fatness of taking that you're gonna die early because you're overweight on your bone structure that makes it wrong. Okay, I had a stepfather who was a 34, 32 pants, who was skinny his whole entire life, who had diabetes, who had heart problems, who had pancreatitis, who had liver cancer. You understand what I'm saying? All of these things that went on to his body, and he was the size of a toothpick. So it's not the size of your body, it's what you feed your body. Do you know there's a lot of diabetes, people who have diabetes who's skinny?
That shit is so ignorant.
And where we get diabetes from?
The meat.
Okay, say it again. Where we get diabetes from?
The meat.
Okay. Not from the sugar.
Nope.
No. But these are the things that people.
It made me think, like, she said that, and I'm like, this bitch, Jillian, probably be, when she be in a restaurant with her wife or whatever, and she see a fat person walk by, she probably be, look at that fucking fat bitch or diabetic, like, they shouldn't even be eating right now.
Yeah, she probably walking around with diabetes and fucking ain't telling nobody. Cause Lizzo wanna wear a bathing suit, cause she has extra flesh.
Like, should we be?
What's wrong with that?
Should we be
There's
celebrating
nothing
her?
wrong with it.
But you understand what I'm saying? But that's just the way that the world makes it seem, and then they don't understand why, as far as big people, how they feel about themselves, and certain people where it touches them, where they be like, oh, I just don't feel good about myself because of the way that the world has always perceived.
And it's people like
to be
Jillian, that's why fat people, when they gain weight and they finally want to get rid of it, that's why they don't even have the courage to go in the gym. Because it's people like Jillian Michaels who said that statement, that when they go to a gym, they probably feel like somebody like her at the gym would be judging them. That's why they won't even walk in there or fucking step foot on a treadmill. Because of people like that, that's what they think is in there, intimidating.
All I can say is be comfortable in your own skin. Wear what you want to wear, because I'm definitely one of them.
Oh, right, but
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I don't, you can't think, you can't, but either, whether you big, skinny, black, Spanish, be comfortable in your skin at the end of the day. Because let me tell you something, I come out with an ugly ass fucking shirt that look like a couch.
Right.
And y'all be like, Puta, where the fuck you found that shirt at? And I just be like, I like it. And that's all that matters, right? And if you want to be big and you like it and you comfortable in your skin, come out and do it.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying the way society has made people feel about themselves. As far as judging, you know, which is wrong because.
But you know, people are going to be ignorant today, yesterday, tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So people got to learn that it's going to be there, regardless of how many people are going to set the path for you to be comfortable. People just got to start living tougher skin and standing up to these motherfuckers that's telling you what not to do.
Because I'm telling motherfuckers in a minute, you could be a skinny bitch, but I don't give a fuck because I'm still going to get it.
That's right. And fuck around, you'll take your man.
Right, there you go. And I will fucking run your ass to the ground too because I'm a big bitch with stamina. You know what I mean? That's the things that, you know, it's just the way everything is. And it's crazy. Just like what we eat, you know, how we eat, how we feed our bodies, you know, and and how we feel about ourselves as far as that. You know, my thing is, you know, we all been through some shit. You know, you're not gonna, okay, you're never gonna know what it feels like to be one size if you never was that size, right? You're never not gonna know what it feels like to be a certain color if you never was that color. Just like people always tell me, it's like Granny. Okay, for instance, Granny and man, they look at my hair, they be like, your hair is beautiful. If I had your hair, that should be out wild and crazy, right? And I look at them and I be like, okay, but you don't have my hair, right? I feel at the end of the day, everybody's hair is beautiful.
I do
but
too.
What I'm gonna say is what I always try to tell them. You don't know what it's like to have my hair because you don't deal with it. You're only going by what you perceive it to be. You know what I mean? The curly girl community, I tell everybody always, oh, y'all curls are so pretty, y'all got curly pretty hair, da 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 da. And I tell them here, I tell them fucking in a minute. Yeah, that's what you think. Split your hair in 4 parts. I'm gonna comb this side out. As soon as I finish combing this side out, and I'll leave it out, and I don't either braid it or twist it, and I go to the next side. By the time I go back to there within 2 minutes, that side is kinked right back up. That's the things we deal with. You know what I'm saying? But it's the matter of too that was taught to us. Oh, you got good hair. Oh, you got this type of hair. Oh, you got, you know, and and now it becomes a big thing of where they put numbers on here. Who the fuck even invented 4C, A2,
I think it was a black guy.
1 fucking B, 1 this. Who are you to invent hair, people of color, and categorize their fucking hair into a number?
I don't.
Where you got fucking people literally caught on some shit, literally in the goddamn mirror for hours, stressed out, trying to figure out what number they had. What is that? Why would you do that? Do they do that to white people? Do y'all have 1A? 1 fine strand C?
I think that is.
1 coarse motherfucking curly A J?
I think
The
they are.
1A
I
is
think they
for
1A.
the, yeah.
But what? But why?
The spectrum does go from straight to like around my hair texture.
4C.
Yeah, but it's still why?
I don't know the specific reason. I don't think it was a. I don't think it was bad one.
Intentionally.
I think it was a black man. I think wasn't he Oprah's hairstylist, right? That did it. I don't know if he did it to help people kind of understand like what different hair types are. You know,
but
what products.
I know what she's saying.
I don't
She's basically
remember.
saying
I'm a hairstylist. We would not taught any numbers.
It drives you crazy.
There's no numbers.
Yeah.
There is textures.
There is
of different hairs is what you're taught. You're taught from texture from straight to curly to wavy to coil. You're taught different colors of hair, different ethnics of hair. Which hair has the most strands on their head? You're not taught, oh well, you know what? You 1B, you 1A, so your hair's like that's ignorant to me. I just feel that it was somebody who was sitting in a fucking kitchen that tried to break something down. Meanwhile, you caused a lot of, and I never went according to that. You know what I mean? Like, man, sometimes you like, Ma, I think your hair isn't, what do you think? And I'll be like, I don't care.
Instead of 3C,
like,
you don't care.
No, because my hair
I'm
is
like
just curly.
4C-ish.
You know what I mean? There's no none of that shit. But y'all go on that with somebody created in the new age, but won't go on what your hair really is.
But what was the purpose of it?
That's what I'm saying. But why? There's no purpose of
I
it.
think there was a reason, but I'm not sure. That's why I don't want to
say.
To try to figure out your texture of all the way down to what products and stuff that you should use, or what's good for your hair, or what you should do for your hair, because you know you can't use Amber's products on your hair because this might
I'm not gonna front, that's a lie.
Right, but it depends on what your hair is, what your hair wants.
Yeah, because your hair's gonna tell you.
Because your hair don't take all types of shit.
And porosity too.
Right, you got low porosity or high porosity.
I feel like it really just depends on porosity with products.
Yeah, and everybody's
right.
And I feel your hair and your skin talks to you. Yeah. It tells you, that's like what that tells me all the time. Don't use Vaseline on your face.
Yeah,
because it breaks you out. But
it works for you.
It works for me.
I was raised with Vaseline on my face.
It's real old.
Yeah, I was raised
Vaseline on my kids.
Right, I was raised with that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the way, like my cousin, we on FaceTime. They need Vaseline. Fuck that. It was 6 degrees. And she's like, yo, Jacob, go get the Vaseline for me and you. Because they need it. And as far as hair texture, that doesn't make, because my sides be laid. But the middle of my hair is a completely different texture.
Same.
You know? And it's like, you would never think if I could just put this scarf on right here and look. You would think what?
Your hair is done.
It's fake. But then I take it out and it's just like, what now? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, it is like, I do notice like they think it's like a divide with hair products work for what, and I feel like I kind of am a good guinea pig for that because there's stuff that me and mommy could use together. There was always like a myth when that these kind of hair textures use these products, which I'm not, okay, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of funny because there are some certain stuff that is like geared towards certain textures or whatever, but they try to make it seem like, for example, my hair type, you know, I have like very kinky, coily, coarse hair that like wash and goes don't work.
Well, wash and goes, you see,
and that's a lie because it works for me. Like,
well,
you understand what I'm saying?
It works for mommy too because that's her wash and goes. But a wash and go don't work for me.
Yeah.
But everybody knows what they could do with their hair and what they cannot do with their hair. People know, like you.
And it is true. It is like a conditioning thing. Like even like what was that? I was getting my hair braided one time, and I used gel when I used to get my hair braided. I used gel on the roots. And then my brother was like, I don't know why you putting gel in your hair. You're not white. Like you always put gel in your hair. And I'm like, well, it's what works for me. That's your